Okay, so what kind of situation do we currently have on NZD CHF? Now, if you remember from our previous analysis on this pair, what did we say? We said we clearly have a market that has created this W formation. Now, the W formation had the completion zone exactly at this structure area here, which is the previous support, preceding this move to the upside, again support here, creating these two retracement candles, and then started all this move to the downside. So previous support now turn resistance at this area. Specifically, if we want to be precise with the area, we have to take it here. Why? Because this is exactly the supply area that the market has created when these two retracement candles were printed. And in fact, that is exactly where the market went before being rejected to the downside. Now, if we go down on the daily, what kind of situation can we see from a daily perspective? On the daily, we have seen that after this impulse to the upside, the market from here got aggressively rejected to the downside, exactly as we wanted to see, and reached our downside target, which is this level here. Why this level here? Because this is exactly the previous resistance, now turned support from a daily perspective. Now, every time that the market creates an impulse, if you want informations on the retracement, what are you supposed to be doing? Taking your Fibonacci from the low to the high of the impulse. And what we can see in this case, the market went for a perfect retracement to the 0.618. And then it rejected it aggressively to the upside. After this, what do you expect? Move to the downside and then the market to try to move higher. Now, before trying to predict what the market will do, because that is not our job is to react, not predict. Trading is reactive, not predictive. Let's see what kind of situation we currently have from an NZD and CHF perspective if we check the COT data, so the commitment of traders. What big banks and institutions are currently doing from an NZD perspective and what they're doing from a CHF perspective. So let's start from the NZD. Now on NZD, what we can clearly see is that, what we can clearly see with the NZD is that with the last reports, hedge funds have been adding more shorts, okay? Almost 4K short, almost 4K long positions. So they have been adding more longs, almost 4K long positions. And if you check the shorts, you can see that they have also closed some shorts. So in the short term, we can expect some NZD strength. Net positions more or less remaining the same, so not a huge shift. And currently we have a 56.5% short exposure and 32.5% long exposure. So still way more shorts than longs. However, longs have been increasing from 10K to 15K, while shorts actually more or less have been remained the same. So shorts remain the same. What changed is the longs, which are getting increased. Keep in mind this concept because it's very important. So shorts the same, longs are getting increased. If we go and see what kind of situation we have from a CHF perspective, we can see that clearly we went from 5K to 1K. And if you look at the longs have been decreased. And if you look at shorts have been massively increased. So let's go back to our NZD CHF chart, okay? Keeping in mind this concept, keeping in mind these concepts. Now, we have seen, okay, that from an NZD perspective, we can expect some short-term strength. However, they haven't decreased their shorts, which means that from here, we can definitely expect the market to melt to the downside and create a lower low, which in this case will create this M formation. And if the market will create this M formation, I will make an update showing you how we can be looking for this longing opportunity for the completion of the M formation at the neckline. However, in this video, I want to show you the probable option. Okay, this is a little bit high probabilities that the market will do this. The little bit higher probabilities that the market will do this are because at the moment the structure seems quite bullish and we can expect some short-term NZD strength. Now, if the market will actually manage from here to make a move to the upside, then what will happen? We will have a market that has created this W formation. Now, first of all, if you capitalized on this move to the downside, great job. Now is if obviously here this was the target zone if you remember from the previous analysis, so it's time to exit the position. But if the market from here will actually manage to make the move to the upside and create this W formation, then what it is time to do? The way in which we will be approaching this market, if the market will create this double formation with students, is here during the move to the upside, the 4 hour time frame will be pretty bullish. So with students, we will be waiting on the 4 hour time frame for the market to shift from a bullish market to a bearish market inside of this zone. And then we will be waiting for the market to provide to us one of our valid entries. And as soon as the market provides to us one of our valid entries, we will be taking a nice short with a very good risk to reward and very good probabilities for the move to the downside and completion of the W formation at the neckline, aka the previous resistance, now turned support. On the other side, if from here the market will just continue to melt to the downside, obviously there is no opportunity yet. But after the market will have created this leg to the downside, I will be showing you with an update how we can be looking for an opportunity to the upside. But now let's just leave to not confuse the chart too much. The most probable option, since the market is still above support, which is that the market creates this W formation, and from here we have the opportunity to be looking for a possible shorting situation. Now, if you enjoyed this free analysis and education, make sure you drop a like and a comment. It really does support the creation of more free education and analysis for all of you. Also, let me know if you want to see any other pair, an analysis on any other pair, and I will see you in the next video.